Peace, y'all, and welcome back to Game Time Astrology Podcast, the first ever sports astrology podcast. You heard it here first. It's your girl, Q the Astrologer, and let's tap into Ben Simmons, the 2016 first overall draft pick in the NBA. Let's talk what's going on with him. Why is he talking about retirement, or why the rumors surrounding retirement are abound right now, and what exactly has been happening in his career that is tied to his birth chart. Let's tap in. So this is going to be part one, and I'm going to talk about 3 astrological signatures that I noticed in his natal chart that speaks to his struggles on the court, and then we're going to round it out in part 2 on the retirement of it all, or the speculation of retirement, allegedly. So let's go ahead and tap in. Number 1, he has his south node in the sign of Aries. He also has Saturn in Aries, which is retrograde. And these 2 points are in a conjunction. Now, we all know that the south node is the place where we are meant to move away from. It also represents our past lives. So one could say that Ben Simmons in a past life was a solo warrior and he carried the burden himself. And Saturn in Aries makes it a karmic duty to be the hero. However, people with Saturn in Aries, it can be quite exhausting to be the hero, to be the savior. The South Node in Aries in conjunction to his North Node in Aries is what basically made him come into the league, an incredible athletic force. However, staying here, I believe, is what drained him, both mentally and physically. Because let's face it, Aries rules the physical body, the first house of the physical body. And when you have Saturn there, that's even more added pressure. So basically, South Node conjuncts Saturn in Aries, South Node in Aries, pretty much draining. A drain on the physical body, which could also speak about those injuries that he's faced throughout his entire career, which has actually slowed him down. Now, like I always said about Saturn and Aries, it's important with this placement that you take care of your body, your vessel, because Aries rules the first house and the first house rules the physical body. So with Saturn there, wherever you have Saturn, Saturn creates pressure on the body. In this case with Saturn and Aries, pressure on the body, pressure to build the body, pressure to keep the body intact. And unfortunately, he didn't keep his physical vessel intact, and he pretty much dealt with a lot of injuries and a lot of setbacks and delays, which is also Saturn energy, delays. Let's move on now to the second astrological signature, which is his North Node in the sign of Libra in conjunction to his Chiron in Libra. So his North Node in Libra is where he's meant to go in this lifetime, which is collaboration, partnership, and being the ultimate team player, not the solo scorer, which is more of his South Node in Aries. But it's in a conjunction to Chiron, the wounded healer, or the way that I like to explain it, the trigger point. So basically, what this astrological signature is suggesting is that his path to destiny is painfully tied to learning lessons. To round this all out, it's like the criticism that he gets for not being aggressive, not shooting. That's his South Node in Aries fighting his Libra North Node, which creates a massive identity crisis on the court. And lastly, for this part 1, we're going to talk about the last astrological signature, which is Jupiter. He has Jupiter in Capricorn in retrograde, and having Jupiter in Capricorn is in its fall, so it is a weak placement. Jupiter is the planet of luck, optimism, and expansion and abundance. But in Capricorn, it's weak, and when it's in retrograde, a person can have a lack of optimism, which is essentially internalized. And also, I noticed in his chart that his Jupiter in Capricorn retrograde is squaring his nodes of fate. It's a cardinal square to Aries and Libra. And what this suggests is that it's hard for him to expand in his destiny. It's not easy at all. It's hard for him to be the playmaker that he so desired to be. It can feel like a fated block. No matter which direction he goes, no matter which team he goes to, it's like he always hit a wall. He always hit his ceiling. And so this placement alone can explain a feeling of feeling cursed, of never catching a break, and an immense pressure that stifles growth instead of encouraging it. So in conclusion, we have a guy, Ben Simmons, who is stuck between who he was and who he's supposed to be, with his luck planet, which is Jupiter, completely in a chokehold. So let's go ahead to part 2 in the next video. We'll get into his mindset astrologically and why the retirement rumors are coming up right now. Follow me for updates. Peace.